Hello everyone, welcome to Nick IT Academy. In our today's session, we are going to learn aggregate functions in Oracle. There are different aggregate functions like minimum, maximum, sum, average, count. And if you learn all this concept, it is very easy to face any interviews and handle any real-time SQL queries. In addition to these functions, we do have group by and having class. So we are going to learn all this concept very clearly. Without wasting your time, let us start our today's session. Okay, I need the count. How many members are in US? Based on the country, I need to have the details. Based on the country, I need to have the details. Okay, after understanding this aggregate function, you can able to answer it. Okay, if I'm asking questions, how many countries are there? Total countries. How many countries are there? Totally, how many countries I do have business and employees? By seeing it, you can answer this question, right? So there are two different groups are there. One group is India. So this is one group based on the country. So if I'm going to group it based on the country, I can group it India, USA, I can group it different group, right? So this is different group. This is different group. So this is like based on the country, I'm just grouping it, correct? Based on the country, I'm grouping it. So grouping column is country here. Can I group employee ID? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible, but if you group it, you will get all the record, right? Why? Because everything is like unique record. Can I group employee name? Yes, we can group it. But if I have two John, then you will get only one John outside. Date of birth, no. Salary, no. Skill set, I can group it. Okay, all the big data, Tableau, Informatica, I can group it. City name, I can group it, right? Yes. See, the group by column should be a meaningful one. Select count of star from table, group by country. Okay. My question is different. Okay, I can go with select count of star. Which table I have to use? That's a question. Should I use country table, group by country ID? Can I select this way? No, I cannot select it, right? So location table, is that fine? Location table. But my question is, how many employees from this particular country, right? If you do like this, how many countries are there? It will group it. US, UK, all this. My question is different. Employees table, I have to check. Not only location table, you have to join the table first. Employees, department, locations, you have to join. Then you have to write this way condition. Then you have to count of the values. So that's what you have to get the details. So you have to go for, that's what I will, first I will complete employees table, locations table, departments table. Okay. And you have to join the where class, where. Okay, I will write this one after explaining why, because otherwise you will get confused. How can I write all this, right? So department ID equal to D dot department underscore ID, and you can put one more condition. D dot location underscore ID equal to L dot location underscore ID. So I can put country ID here. So I think I have the country ID, right? Country ID. Okay, so you are getting US 67 employees are working. Canada 2 employees are working. DE, even I do not know what is DE, right? Then you have to join one more table to get this particular country name. I have to get for one more column here, country name, right? So one more table, countries table, countries table C. Then you have to join it here, right? And what is the condition here? You have to write L dot. You may get confused. So I should answer the first. I should explain the aggregate function. Then I have to go for. Okay. So here I have to write what is the join condition with the countries table. L dot country ID we have the column, and C dot country ID we have the column. Okay. Since I want the country name here, you can write country name. So I should not use this column. If I'm using that column, should be a group by column. Okay, so if I write this way, okay, so column is which column, which table I'm taking? Country location table. L dot country ID, C dot country name. Here also L dot C dot. See here, see D is nothing but Germany, right? So we are getting it. So like this, we have to join it. So now you are able to understand what is the significance of the join queries, joins, right? But how how can I write this query to understand, right? So first we have to write. So this statement I will give it to you. So you can use this, but you have to go for aggregate function, right? What is aggregate function? Country wise employees count. Even you can go for country wise, city wise employees count. Okay, if you see this, what is aggregate function? I will explain without wasting your time. First of all, what is aggregate function? We do have, mostly we will use 5 different aggregate function in our real-time project. One is minimum, maximum, sum, average, count. These 5 are aggregate functions. Okay. If you see this, I want to know what is the minimum salary out of it. Can anyone tell? What will you do if I'm asking what is the minimum salary? So here I have only some 20 records, right? 26 records. Even 26 record also, if I'm asking this question, you have to compare each and every record, right? Every record you have to check it. So after that, you will say like it's a 20, this one, right? This particular record, 2100. This one, right? This is the minimum one. What is the maximum one? I have to check everything, right? 35, like this, 35,000 here. If I'm manually checking, yes, I have to check each and every record. I have to say the answer. But here in the real time project, if I have a lot of records, no need to go for this way. So you can use select minimum of, okay, minimum of salary, like this, minimum of salary out of all the salary. How many record I will get it? In front of you, 1,000 employees are standing. You want what is the minimum salary? You do not want who is getting minimum salary. I want only minimum of salary. Then I have to take this way. Okay, what is the maximum salary? I have to take max of salary, sum of salary, all the salary I have to sum. Okay, you have a company. Okay, you assume that you have a company. You are giving sum of salary this much. You have 10 different departments. Okay, 10 different departments. Each and every department, how much I'm giving. So remember, if you use aggregate function, it will return only one row. Okay, it will not return more than one row. It will return only one row. Aggregate function will return only one row. At any cost, it will return only one row. For an example, I want to know who is getting maximum salary. I want to know maximum salary, this is maximum salary out of all the salary. But who is getting this maximum salary? I want to know. Can I use here? See, most of the candidate in the interview, they will say like, I will select first name, comma, max of salary. See, it cannot be selected like this. Okay, you should not select like this. So this is aggregated value. Okay, maximum salary, sum of salary, all these are aggregated salary. With this aggregation, you cannot select single column value. Okay, you cannot select it. First name, can you select it? No, you'll get this kind of error. Okay, so this kind of error. Then they will say like, I can go for group by. If I use group by, what will happen? What is the group by class you will use? See, that is also wrong answer only. Group by which column? First name. If I use first name group by, what will happen? Each and every record we are getting. My question is, who is getting maximum salary, right? If you are saying group by first name, the meaning of group by is nothing but if I have two Nancy. Okay, if I have two Nancy here, One Nancy is getting 3,400 or 34,000. Another Nancy is getting salary $12,008. Out of these two Nancy, maximum salary Nancy is this particular salary, right? One Nancy will get it. This salary, this Nancy will get it. So that's the meaning actually for this one. If you have two, if you use group by. So group by means, for example, if you take what is the, sometimes this is also one of the question interview they will ask. I have the student ID, student name, year of study, first year, second year, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, I have the marks. And I want to find out total mark and average mark. So if I ask this question, most of them will answer, I want average mark for each and every student. How can I select average mark of each and every student? They will answer like average of maths, physics, chemistry, biology. See, you cannot write more than one column in the aggregate function. Can I write more than one column here? No. Maximum of salary only. That's it. You cannot write maximum of all this. See, average mark means you have to write like this. All the mark you have to addition and divided by 4. Okay, that's the average mark of each student. If I'm asking questions like a row level, you have to go for addition. Column level. Remember, aggregate function always will do column level. Clear? Column level. In employees table, all the salaries we have, and I want to take maximum salary of out of all the salary. Okay, like this, column level. Then you have to go for aggregate function. Aggregate function always this. What is group by? Here, which column I have grouped it? Year of study I have grouped it. First year, yes, all the group you will get 2. So group means removing the, like it's like a grouping it. It's like a grouping. How many grouping are there? Can you tell how many groups are there? 2 groups, right? One first year, another one group is 2. That means distinct value. So even if I want to select some distinct value, I will use group by class. Okay. So here year of study is 1 and 2 here. Yes. So I want to go for maximum of mathematics. Okay. First year maximum mark is 94, right? Yes, 94. Second year maximum mark is 98. So this is the resultant of group by. Max of marks group by. What is the use of group by? Yes, this is the way you have to use a group by class. So I have given here just to go through all this. But if I want to select who got maximum mark in mathematics, I have to go for subquery or rank. Okay, subquery and rank you have to use. That's a different. I have taken sum of salary this way. Okay, sum of salary this much, but I want to know how many you have 10 departments in your company. Each and every department, how much amount I'm giving. That means out of the 66,83,000, how much I'm giving for each department. Whenever you are having the keyword like wise for each, right? For each department, for each country, product wise, customer wise, right? Then country wise sales, product wise sales, year wise sales, all this if I'm asking, that's a group by. So this keyword, nothing but group by, country wise, department wise. Then you have to use group by here. Okay. So that's the way you have to use group by department ID. If I'm selecting like this, then you can get, but it is not meaningful, right? It is not meaningful. Which department I'm giving salary, to which department I'm giving 10,000 as the sum of salary for all of them. I have to select that particular column here. See, whatever the column we are using in group by, that column alone you can select here. Column alone you can select. See, now you tell me, will you use group by here or first name? If you use group by first name, what will happen? This is the way you will get it, right? This way. Then order by, at the end only you have to use order by. Order by is yesterday we have seen, right? Order by 1, ascending order, right? This column. Then you are getting. After group by, I want to select. Okay. Do you know how many departments I'm giving salary more than 1 lakh? How many department I'm giving here? 2 departments, right? I have to filter out. Can I use filter class here? No, I cannot use where class. I have to use having class. If I want to filter out anything from the group by resultant, anything, this is the group by resultant, right? This is group by resultant. So having class always comes with group by resultant filter class. Having sum of, having count of, having average of, having minimum of, okay, having sum of salary greater than 1 lakh. So my business is asking how many departments I'm giving sum of salary more than 1 lakh. Okay, 2 departments. What are the department? What are the department? How do I know? 50, what is the department? 80, what is the department? If I want to get what I have to do, I have to go for joins, right? Joins, select department ID, comma this one, joins E, comma departments. That's what first we did it. Department D, where class we have to use where E dot department ID. Okay, E dot department ID equal to D dot department ID. Can I select it like this? But now you are getting column ambiguously defined. What is the error? So here we have to mention that D dot, which column, which table we are taking. Yes. Again, we are getting. So why? So here again, right? So D dot, since we are going for join, we have to mention correctly. But still, I'm not selecting the department name. So I have to select a department name. Which table it is? D dot department name, right? Department name. Will it work? No, still I'm getting error. Why? As I told already, whatever the column we are using in group by, so that column alone you can able to select it here. But here I'm not using this department name in group by, right? So that column also we have to use it in the group by. So whichever the column we are using in group by, that column alone you can able to select. Now see, this is what you have to do. In this statement, we have used from class, right? From class, then where class, then group by, then having, then order by. So in Oracle, this is the order you have to use it. If you change this order, the query will not work. So from class, after that you have to use where class. Don't use group by before where class order. When will you use having class? Whenever I want to filter out the result from the group by, then I have to from the physical table. From the physical table, I have to filter out the record. Then I have to go for where class. So will you able to complete all the exercises here? Now you are able to understand this query, how I have written. Select column names, count of star from all the table where join condition group by, whatever the column I have selected here, that column I have used group by. Employees count. So this is the way you have to write it. So here I have taken the table. I have created the table and I have imported the data to the table. You can see this data are available in the table. It is nothing but it's employees data, employee name, their date of birth, and their salary. What is their salary and what is their skill set, and which city they are working from, and which country they are working from. So we do have different questions. We will answer one by one all the questions. So find total number of employees. If I want to find out total number of employees, just you have to go for select count of star employee table. The table name is employee here. We have 26 employees, right? Okay, totally you have 26 employees. So find city wise total number of employees. So city wise. So what I have to do? City wise total number of employees. You have to go for group by. Okay, you assume that You are working in a company. There are a lot of employees are there in the company. You have to find out each city, how many employees are working. So if they're asking this way questions, group by city, right? Okay, so city name. Okay, so each city, these many employees are working. If you add all this, it will become 26. But without city name, how do you know, right? You can use city name here. City name. Okay, Hyderabad, 4 employees are working. So this particular location, right? Okay. So country wise, city wise, how many of them are working? How will you find? Country wise. You can go for group by country, comma city, right? And select the country also here. So in one country, in USA, these many cities are there, right? These many cities are there. In the city, this is what the employees are working. In India, these many cities are there. So this is what the employees are working. So you can get the data in this way. Okay, group by country and then city. You're getting, if you add all this, it will become 26. This is another question. Find the total number of employees in each country. Country alone, they're asking. So what will you do? Country alone. You have to remove the city. That's it, right? Remove the city, country alone. India, 11 members are working. USA, 15 members are working. So that's what the above query also will return the data. Okay. Total number of employees in India alone. See here, I'm asking total number of employees in India alone. So that means I'm giving the value, right? I'm giving the value. I'm asking you how many employees are working in India. It means I'm giving you the hard coded value. Each country means I do not know the country, right? See, there might be a India, USA, UK, different countries, each country. So how many distinct countries are there? You have to find. So that's a different. And this is different question. The fourth question is find total number of employees in India. This is total number of, sorry. This is total number of employees. I have to go for in India. So what I have to do? Where country equal to India. So this way can I select? If I select, I'm getting 0. Why? What is the changes I have to do? I have to go for, so data are case sensitive. So 11 members are working in India. Clear? Okay. Find the cities where more than 3 employees are working in India alone. Okay. So find the cities where more than 3 employees are working in India. See, first of all, we will find how many employees are working in each city, right? In each city, how many employees are working in India? So in India, group by city, correct? Group by city name. In India, these cities, the employees are working. So remember, in India, how many employees are working? 11. If you look at here, how the 11 is 6, 8, 11. See, these many employees are working. The question is, if from find the cities where more than 3 employees are working. So on this data, I have to filter, right? More than 3 employees are working. Which city more than 3 employees are working? Hyderabad. So how can I take this data? Should I use where class? No, I have to go for having class. So having count of star greater than 3. So you'll get only Hyderabad. So Hyderabad. So this is what you have to use. Now you are clear, right? What is that having class will work. See, remember having is always come with group by. Without group by, you cannot use having class. You can use where clause alone. You can use group by alone. You can use order by alone. But having clause is always come with group by. Remember, having clause always come with group by. Okay. So now I'll go with who is the youngest person. Who is the youngest person from here? See, different way I can take. I can go for rank and then I can do the youngest person. But here I have to use subqueries. So like this, I have to use. So your youngest person means, so what is the maximum date of birth, right? So what is the maximum date of birth? If you see this one I have to explain you subqueries, but I will take. So this is the one, right? And which employee, select start from employee table, where this date of birth, right? Date of birth equal to this date of birth, right? So whichever the date of birth. That's why this person is youngest person. Youngest person. If you check, this is what eldest person means minimum of date of birth. That's it. Who is this person, right? This way I can find. So in which skill set highest number of employees are working? So how will you find in which skill set how much highest number of employees are working? First of all, I have to find out in each skill set how many employees are working, right? So in each skill set how many employees are working? I have to go with this way. Skill set, group by skill set. Remove this where class I do not want, and I do not want the having class also. I may not know, right? See, first of all, we will find this is what you can go with order by one descending. If you order by two descending. In Java, more number of person is working, but we have to take the top one, correct? So you have to take the top one. So how will you take the top one? Here also you have to use the subqueries, right? So 8 also you have to use the subqueries, but so if you are using this way, it will select only one record, but you have to go for where top one you have to take. If you ask this question, I can go with rank. Okay, rank I can take, but here you have to use subqueries. After taking the subqueries, I will explain this. You will get to know. Okay. Is there any employee with same name? Is there any employee with same name? So how will you identify, is there any employee with the same name? Manually, how will you identify? So what we can do, we will group the employee name, right? We'll group on employee name, take the count. If the count is greater than 1, say group by employee name, count 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. If you group it, you'll be getting count equal to 2. Yes, right? So what you have to do, first of all, we will take count of the employee name. Instead of skill set, you will go for employee name, EMP underscore name, count of star, group by employee name. So we are getting count, but this John only we are getting 2. That means with same name, right? So if I have to filter out this record alone, how will you filter out? Which class you will use? Can I use where count of star equal to 2? No, you have to use having. You have to use having count of star greater than 1. Yes, we have John 2 times is present. So that's what you have to use having class. I hope you are clear how you have to use the having class, right? Same name. Is there any duplicate record in the employee ID? Is there any duplicate record in the employee ID? No, right? Is there any duplicate record in the employee ID? But how will you identify if you have millions of record? So instead of using the employee name here, you have to put employee ID here. That's it. Is there any duplicate? So sometimes they will ask this type of question. There is no duplicate on the employee ID. Clear? So you have the count. So if you take this way, so all the count you will get one only. If you have any duplicate record on this employee ID, you will get count is more than one. That's what you can find it. So create this table, do this kind of questions more and more. By yourself, you can ask more questions. Okay. So this way, how many members are there? In each city wise, skill set wise, how many of them are getting salary? Employees table itself, select star from employees table. I want to tell you, I have already explained this. The column, okay, we have the commission percentage column. The manager ID column, we have one null value, right? If I'm going to take the count of manager ID, right? Manager underscore ID. Column name, you can give uppercase, lowercase, not an issue. Count of manager ID, only one null value. So it should give 105 only. See here, count of manager ID. Count of commission percentage. Then how will you identify how many employees we have without manager ID? How will you identify? Any idea? Without manager ID. Where manager underscore ID is null, correct? 0. Why? Yes, you are taking the manager ID here with null value. If you do count on null value, you will get null only, right? 0 only. That's why you have to use star here. See, one employee with star means it will consider all the columns. That's why it's giving you the data.